Okay, so today I finished the last task in the mock training contest that I need to pass if I want to get an internship. Then I solved one problem from LeetCode, and I watched a bit of the lecture from the NYU. Uh, First thing I'm gonna show you is the code I wrote for the basically it's gender classification, I would say. That was the task. Um, so they gave me a lot of data that contained a set phrase pronounced by women and men, and then you're supposed to predict the gen the gender of the voices on the train recording, on the test recordings. I'm sorry. So yeah, I just downloaded the data. It took me a while to upload it to SageMaker Studio Lab. I trained a, a ResNet 18 on this. This stuff isn't new to me. It's basically the same thing I did for my Japanese pitch accent prediction project. Um, this I was really glad I was able to pull off. Wasn't actually able to pull it off completely. That the said part isn't mine, but they didn't give us any file containing, like, in Kaggle they give you a submission sample or something. It's called sample submission. Here I had to construct it myself. Basically, a list of files, a file containing the names of the files that I have to get the predictions for. Uh, I It took me a long time to construct the test data loader with fast audio because at first I added basically train to uh, the part where I add the train folder repository into the path. I did that in the function getX. Then I moved it into the data frame itself. So I wasn't able to just get a testdl. I tried to make my own data block that's specifically for testing. It has only one block, but that didn't really work. And this took me an embarrassingly long time just getting the indices. So this really tells me that no, this also took me a really long time just getting this item method. This really tells me I should actually read the complete reference for PyTorch because I'm still bad at it. But you're supposed to get an accuracy of 98, and I got it successfully, so that's that. It worked fine. The next thing I'm gonna show you is, sorry, um, is the code I wrote uh, for a problem on leetcode. I wasn't actually able to test it because um, it's a premium problem, but it's one that's often asked at the company I'm applying to. You are given an array of points, and you are supposed to tell if there is such a line that is parallel to the y-axis and it divides this set of points in such a way that they're reflected. Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe I wouldn't be able to come up with a solution for it myself, but it took me a long time to understand what the problem itself is. You know, I should have just plotted the points, I think, and because of that, I read the hints, and it said that you're supposed to get the minimal and maximal x's that you have. And then I did it constructing a dictionary for every y, because the y's are supposed to be the same, and the x's are supposed to be, as you can see here, the middle, which is computed as minimal plus maximal divided by 2, minus the x coordinate of the point is going to be the reflection of this point. And yeah, the code works, as you can see here. You give it that set and it turns false. I think it's that way. So 2 points that way, they aren't reflected because the one on the left side is lower. But if you give it that, basically just 2 points on the one y, but on 1x and minus 1x, it works fine. And then the last thing is I'm continuing. I skipped the lecture on RNNs because I don't think I'm gonna get much out of it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was just boring watching it. And I started watching the lecture on energy-based models, and so far it seems like it's a nice conceptualization. I'm not yet sure where they're going with it, but I think it's gonna be useful, like especially the latent variable thing sounds familiar. Probably I've heard of it being used already, and I didn't realize where it comes from. And sorry. Other than that, that's it. Thank you for watching.